Shri Krishna. Today we shall have an introduction of Vastu Shastra. So why Vastu Shastra is very important and who is the deity of Vastu Shastra and why is this very important in day-to-day lives and construction of houses too. So Vastu Shastra is a very important science because if nowadays what people do is they construct huge domes, big houses, bungalows, and they have lots of crores of rupees but still, or lots of money, any kind of money, but they have lots of things, but slowly when they start living in the house, all the money keeps draining out. They come to the streets sometimes. There are many people who have come from riches to poor people. So that is because of neglecting Vastu Shastra. Like this, there are many examples, like the Titanic sinking. All of that building of the ship of Titanic was not according to Vastu principles, and many people actually advised them at that time not to build the Titanic ship in that way. But the person who was building it, the government, whoever it was, they did not believe in all of this, and we know the story, what happened to the Titanic ship. So, Vastu science and astrology, these are very correlated to each other. So, astrology has 12 houses, of which the first one is about ourselves, second one is about family and money, third one is about brothers and sisters, fourth one is about your property, house, architecture, and your parents, and your happiness, and your like vehicles and all of that. So fifth one is about progeny, children, and all of that. Sixth one is about diseases, problems, competition, and dangerous happenings, accidents, and all of that. Seventh one is about a married life and about spouse and death of the native, and the eighth one is about the life of the person and about gambling and the way the person behaves. So the ninth house is about the parents, father especially, fourth one is about mother. So 10th house is about your profession, 11th house is about the desires that the person has, 12th is about the expenditure. So can you guess which house shows us a hint to Vastu? It is the fourth house. The fourth house is very important as it means property, architecture, the way we construct our houses. So this thing is very important. So how your house may be. So Vastu Shastra is derived from the fourth part of astrology, the fourth house. So this is a very important thing, and Vastu Shastra too, there are mentions of planets and all of that, and placing of gems within the house. So first let us know why it is named Vastu. One meaning that we can derive from this is from the Lord Vastu or Vastoshpati, who was a very great, he was actually a demon in the beginning. So there is shloka for him. Vastoshpate pratijani hyusmonastvavesho anubhivo bhavanaha yatastvema he pratitanno jishasva shamno bhavadvipade sham chatushpade. So this is the shloka. It's actually called a Richa shloka. So it is from the Rig Veda, 7th mandala, and this is a very important one. It's the first Richa of the 7th of the 5th sukta and the 7th mandala and the first Richa. So today we shall see the meaning of this. That is that, O Lord Vastoshpati, or the Lord of the place where humans have to reside, O Lord of the place where people have to reside, please give us the wealth that we demand from you, and may you be good to us and the cattle residing with us, and may you always give us only good things, and may you destroy the bad things that happen to our life. So this shows that constructing a house is very important in a person's life, and the way to construct it is also very important. So if a person constructs according to Vastu Shastra, or the science of the way to reside and the way to build the residential places. So Vastu means Vas, which means reside in Sanskrit. So this is being derived from that. That is that Vastu means that the place where one must reside, the science which explains to you how to live. and where to live and how to build the thing that you're going to live in. So this is very important. So let's see the story of Vastu Purusha. Vastu Purusha was born actually in a very big fight between Lord Shiva and Andhaka. When Lord Shiva was fighting with Andhaka and trying to kill him, and after he struck the sword and his Trishula and killed Andhaka, when Andhaka fell down after many thousands of years of a fight, because Andhaka was trying to trouble Parvati and was also very arrogant and a very horrible demon. So when he died, and Shiva was very fatigued by such a long fight with the great demon Andhaka. So when Shiva was taking some rest for some time, the sweat from his forehead dropped to the ground, and from there came a dangerous spirit who looked very horrible, named Vastu. He was an attendant kind, he was kind of a Gana. So what he did was, he was feeling very hungry at that moment, and he first grabbed Andhaka's body, sucked all the blood from Andhaka, but didn't feel satisfied. So because he could not do anything without Shiva's permission, he did a penance for Shiva, and then when Shiva was very pleased with him, he granted him the boon to destroy the entire world and eat it up, because Shiva always gives boons like that, and then he solves it himself. So that's the power of Shiva, Lord Shiva. So now we shall see this part. Then Vastu went on gobbling every single person that he could see, and then there was huge menace, and all the gods were also terrified by the dangerous potency of Vastu. So what they did was, one fine day when Vastu was actually standing over a building and trying to eat somebody else, all the gods pounced on him and kept him flat on the floor. And Vastu was flat on the floor, and all the gods sat on him in different places. So this is what forms the Vastu Mandala. 64 squares or 100 squares, 190 squares, like that. There are many different kinds of mandalas. So the gods sit in each one of the mandalas and they create a Vastu Mandala. That is the main set for a person to build his house according to that. So each one of the mandalas have each one of the boxes, the 64 boxes, have very great importance in Vastu Shastra. So this is a very important thing for us to know, that astrology is the parent of Vastu Shastra, and Vastu Shastra is derived from astrology, and therefore astrological things are very important in Vastu Shastra too. So there are many things, like planets own each one of the directions. So building things at the right directions is very important. Nowadays people live however they like, thinking that, oh, it will be too much expense for us to build a house according to Vastu Shastra in this city, it will be too difficult for us. They feel like that. But later on what happens is, they suffer more than the expense that they would have invested in Vastu Shastra and have had a very nice life, lots of money, and become rich too, and also devoted to the Lord. So these things are very important in a person's life, and everybody wants to be good, everybody wants to be wealthy, everybody wants to be healthy. So having this thing, Vastu Shastra and astrology are very important. So seeing Vastu Shastra, it's a spiritual thing, and it also gives the things that people have in their foreheads. So anybody who wants to be healthy, happy, wealthy should build his house according to Vastu Shastra. So it's very simple in the thing of Vastu Shastra. So there was one more thing. There was a demon. There's another story of Vastu Purusha. So there was a demon who was very devoted to the Lord. But then the Lord, on the request of his devotees, asked the demon to do whatever. Actually the demon was also devoted to the Lord, and he was also a very good person. But he was the enemy of Indra. He was somewhat like Bali. So when the Lord asked him for his life, he immediately offered the Lord his life. And then because of that, the Lord felt that such a great devotee should be given some boon. And therefore he bestowed the boon to that spirit, that you will be the control of all the different houses built in the world. And if they are not built according to you, then you can trouble them. The same was with Vastu Purusha. Anybody who does not build the house according to Vastu Shastra will be gobbled up by Vastu Purusha. So it's very important to build your house according to Vastu Shastra, because then severe problems can occur. So some of the things that Vastu Shastra says, a small thing of it is, based on directions and the way the house is built. Like a door should not be placed within the center point of the room. So the door should not be moving like the radius of the radius of the door. Like the door is actually a radius moving on a point, which can only move for an angle. So that kind of a point should not touch the center of the room. If it is going to the center of the room, it invites destruction to the family. Like these many points are there. Then north, south, east, west, and also we have northeast, southwest, southeast, and northwest, and all of these directions totally form 8 directions. So these 8 directions are very important. The first 4 are north, south, east, west. So east is the way, it's a place where the sun rises. West is the place where the sun sets. So sun rising means good income coming in. West means income going out of the house. So north means lots of wealth. So if you are going to store wealth in your house, then you will have to put it in the north area of your house. Whatever you think is very precious for you can be stored in the north area. In our home, we think books is precious, so we keep books in the north area. Like this, whatever is precious for you can be kept in the north area. The south area is meant for inauspicious ceremonies. For example, going to somebody's death and coming back to your home, or shaving and coming back to your home, cutting your nails and all of those things. After you finish that, you have to go through the south entry. And south is also done for generally many inauspicious ceremonies that they do, like it's good for people who do bad work. For example, IT according to us is bad, and it's according to Shastra also is bad, because you're minting millions at the cost of poor. So such things can be done at the south. And then at the west, it is spending money can be done at the west. And